Hi, my name is Wilson Ty. I'm in Concord, California. Thanks for coming all today. This is quite an amazing turnout, Bike East Bay. Who here, raise your hand, rode your bike today? Wow, that's what I like to see. So last time I asked that question at the Concord City Hall. Last time I asked that question at Concord City Hall, I was the only one that raised my hand. And it was a beautiful day like today. So Candace, a colleague of mine, a co-organizer at East Bay Bike Party. Who here doesn't know what East Bay Bike Party is? Okay, a couple people, 3, maybe 4 people. That's good. That's a good. We're not doing a good enough job. Anyways, I'll get to that. But Candace said in one endearing moment to me, and I can remember this quote. It brings me to tears sometimes. But she said, "I'm really glad you're a cyclist, Wilson." And to this day, I take that to my heart. You know, it means a lot to me. So. I'm not an advocate or a planner on the level you guys are. I just ride my bike every day. And so I do want to thank all of you here for coming and for putting all this work in. And you guys are champions and local heroes of mine. So, growing up in Lafayette, California, extremely marginalized. I was a minority, much like Jenna and Binky speak of. Always been stereotyped, pigeonholed, and just talked down upon. And I feel like my mission in cycling and what I found in the culture is the transformation of perception. Changing people's thoughts and showing people what's possible in our community and changing the way people transport and engage with each other. And I found that in cycling specifically and the community that I found in cycling. So let's start with 2 of the organizations, Bike Party and Rock the Bike. And Rock the Bike is just based here in Oakland. It's been around for about 9 years. And it's a pedal-powered company that does stages, pedal-powered stages, and a product that you may have seen called the Bike Blender. Doing great, 5 full-time employees. Really biking with meaning, making a product with meaning, making money with meaning, and supporting economically the employees, and basing all their principles on the bike, having fun behind the bike, and making a product about the bike. Bike Party is a phenomenon that to this day I can't even grasp. It's a 10,000 member group of folks who get together once a month on the second Friday and ride their bikes in the streets at night. Bike party! Bike party, right. East Bay Bike Party is this coming second Friday of February, and it's Friday the 13th. I see a hand over here.
I wanted to say something about Dr. Bike, or ask you to maybe say a little more about Dr. Bike, and that you're creating an industry that pretty much doesn't exist. You're inventing an industry.
We will have a chance for question and answer afterwards, so thank you, Amuna, for the clarification.
Yeah.
And we're going to
She's a Rock the Bike fan, obviously.
until the question and answer period.
So where was I? East Bay Bike Party, right. So just briefly for the folks that didn't know what it was, it's this spontaneous event that's not so spontaneous behind the scenes as a volunteer organizer, but we've had up to 1,500 cyclists together at one time riding the streets of Richmond, East Oakland, Fruitvale, Hayward, Pleasant Hill, Concord, Walnut Creek. So pretty much I'm looking at a banner back there that says Bike Walnut Creek. There's a newly formed Bike Concord. Thank you, Cynthia and Smitty here, and Adam Foster, and I don't see the faces here, but this is the effect of everything that I've lived for the past 6 years. You know, when I sold my car in 2009, and I really haven't looked back since. Thank you. Yeah. I like to say I'm not anti-car, I'm just pro-bike. But I do have something in my pocket. The two tools I would say are the BikeLink, which is the bike locker system. Bike theft is a huge problem. If I can make a point for you to plan on is to combat bike theft. And I know Bike East Bay has that as a bullet point at the very top of their goals. The second thing is the TransLink, now known as Clipper card. This is the OG version. But this allows you to just jump on the ferry from Larkspur, gives you a discount. It allows you just to quickly scan through BART. And I want to also thank Bike East Bay and Robert Rayburn for pushing through that 40-year ban on bikes on BART. Oh my gosh. It was like when President Obama took office, I didn't think that was going to happen in my lifetime. And then bikes allowed on BART. I didn't know that was going to happen in my lifetime, but it has. And it's all been so compacted within the past 5 years. It's been incredibly timely. But I guess back to Bike Party, it's this phenomenon. It is completely organized by volunteers. There's zero funding for Bike Party, zero. Burnout rate is extremely high. And personally, the organizers are in a place, very tough place, of how to continue this beautiful community-like democratic bike ride that empowers so many new riders and shows the potential or the possibility that, yes, you can ride in the streets with these 4,000-pound vehicles, and you can have fun doing it. So my mission involved with the Bike Party is to continually influence and empower new cyclists. I think if we can learn anything today, it's to how to bring in new ridership. The more cyclists on the street means better lives for all of us, be it through commerce. Let's say Bay Area Bikes, for example, more bike sales. Rock the Bike, more bike blenders. At the end of the day, we all love to ride bikes, but there are things that we have to support family, bills, housing. Bay Area is not very cheap to live in. It's definitely not the most expensive place to live in, even though we hear that every day. But cycling, if we can do anything, is please empower and create infrastructure for the cyclists so we all can ride every day in safety. And I think I'll end it on my motto, which is ride every day. And I'd like to just do a shout out tonight at 6 p.m. at the after party. There will be a showing of my new film called Will of the Sun, The Power of the Sun. And it's a short film documentary of my trip to Maui last summer, in which I summited a 10,000-foot volcano. And it's a story about a group of cyclists, myself included, that go to this top of the mountain, and we bring a rider, Linda, who just started riding. And so we break through the barriers of her doubt. I can't ride from sea level to a 10,000-foot tall mountain in one day on my third time climbing a mountain. And you can find out in the video, in the film, if she does make it or not. So thank you very much.